something a little bit fun. I'm doing an inspired look, inspired by Taylor Swift's latest music video, Wildest Dreams. Now this is a really sexy video, I think. It was so picturesque. I mean, it's set in Africa and she's got this magical dress flowing behind her in the wind. Jeez. So yeah, I thought this look was a really fun one and I wanted to do something that was, I guess, a little bit different from what I usually do. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and yeah, if you guys want to find out how to get this makeup look, please keep on watching. The first product I'm going to use is my Creme de la Mer. This is their moisturizing soft cream. It's slightly lighter than their regular version, which is great for an oily skin girl like me. So I'm just going to rub that into my fingers first, and then just apply it lightly onto the skin. So Taylor's skin in the video has a pretty matte kind of look. I'm going to go in with my Perfection Lumiere from Chanel for that, and my Beauty Blender. And what I really like to do is actually spritz this NaPCA mist from NuSkin onto my Beauty Blender, so I just get quite a bit in there, and then apply my foundation like that, and I feel like it just gives my skin a bit of a nicer, more smooth finish. So I'm just going to pat that into my skin, and this foundation is going to give you a really nice medium to full coverage. Alright, I'm moving on to brows next. I'm going to go in with my Innisfree brow pencil. Mine's a little bit grubby, and I'm going to go in and draw a pretty strong arch on the brows. Okay, before concealer, I'm going to start working the eyes first. The first thing I'm going to do is go in with my MAC Painterly Paint Pot. I'm just going to use my finger and apply that all over the lids. Now there are two different eye looks in the video. One is a more brownie look, another one is brownie with a hint of silver in it, and I figure it's quite difficult to pull off silver, so I'm going to do that look and show you guys how to achieve that. And for this look, I'm going to be using the Naked Smoky palette. I just got it and I am so excited to use it. And so, let us begin. So I'm going to start with this color over here, which is called Combust in the palette. It's just a nice kind of beigey brown. And I'm going in with a fluffy brush. It's called a 221 Luxe Soft Crease from Zoeva. It's only a tiny bit darker than my actual skin tone, so that's going to work really nicely as a transition color. So next, with a slightly smaller brush, I'm going in with this color over here called Password in the palette. I am using the E25 blending brush from Sigma. And I just want to concentrate that color slightly in a smaller area compared to the other color that we applied earlier, but still in the crease area. And if you have hooded lids the way I do, what you want to do is have your eyes open, look straight into the mirror, and make sure that that crease is seen, because otherwise your eyelid just swallows up everything and there's not much sense in putting on any eyeshadow there. Now what I like to do when I'm blending is, once I've applied that eyeshadow in the smaller area with the smaller brush, I go back in with the larger brush that I used earlier with the first eyeshadow, and I blend it out so it's nicely kind of smoked out. I'm just gonna keep layering that color until I get the intensity that I want. Now once you reach the outer corners without any eyeshadow left over in your brush, or just the very little that's left over, do not re-dip. Just extend that eyeshadow up and out. Alright, next, to add in a little tiny bit of warmth, I'm actually going to go in with this color right here. It's called Whiskey, and I'm taking an even smaller brush. This time it's going to be the 231 Luxe Petite Crease brush from Zoeva, and I'm going to apply that in an even smaller area into the crease. Blend it out with that second brush that I used. And this particular color, it's more to add definition to your crease, especially if you have flatter eyes like Asians do. But if you've got really nice Caucasian deep set eyes as it is, you can skip this step because it might darken your eyes just a little bit too much. I love this little brush for this nice contouring thing. If you have small eyes and you want to contour your crease, definitely get this brush. Zoeva makes some really amazing brushes. Alright, so for that really nice silvery color on the lid, I'm going to go in with these two colors. They are called Armor and Crease, and I'm going to be using this no-name, really small kind of shader brush. And that's really going to help pack that eyeshadow onto the lid. And then on the area closest to the lash line, I'm actually going to layer a tiny bit of this color over here, which is called High, in together with the lighter silver, which is Armor, just to get that nice iridescence. So the eyeshadow is almost done. We're going to move on. For now, I'm going to go in with my Bobbi Brown gel eyeliner. This is my absolute favorite gel eyeliner, coupled with my absolute favorite eyeliner brush, which is this one from Zoeva. It is their wing liner brush. So I'm just going to use that to line my lash line. No surprise there. Alright, so once I get to the outer corners, what I want to do is just extend that line up and out, because Taylor and wing and liner go together like, I don't know, peanut butter and jelly. Alright, so that wing liner is done, and now I'm going to share with you guys my absolute favorite brush of all time. This is the Zoeva 237 Detail Shader Brush. This is what it looks like, and it is the world's best brush for the under eyes, guys. I love it so much, and now you guys will love it too. Anyway, I'm going to go back in with the color Combust and Whiskey, I think, mixed in together, and just apply that to the lower lash line. Now the reason why I love this brush so much is actually because when you're doing your under eye area, it always tends to look a little bit weird if you don't know how to blend the eyeshadow out properly, whereas with this brush, it just helps do all that work for you. So it blends really, really nicely, and if you press it flat enough against your face, it's going to help bring it down underneath the eyes. If you're the kind of person that's a little bit too scared to do stuff like that, this makes it really easy. Just take the color all the way into the inner corners of the eyes, and then I'm just going to take Whiskey and concentrate that onto the lash line just to darken up that line a little bit. That's done. Now I'm going to put on some eyelashes and I will be right back. Okay, so the eyelashes are on, and I went ahead and added a little bit of mascara to my lower lashes as well. Next, we're going to move on to some highlighting. The first thing I'm going to do is go back into that Urban Decay palette and go in with this color called 13, which is the very lightest color in the palette just here. And I'm going to pick that up on a Luxe Petite crease brush from Zoeva. Next, I'm going to move on to some concealing. The first thing I'm going to be doing is going in with my MAC Pro Longwear. This is the color NW20. I'm just going to pump that out onto the back of my hand. And then taking that NuSkin spray that I used earlier, I'm just going to spritz my beauty blender once again, get it nice and damp, and use that to apply my concealer. Alright, now moving on to the rest of the face, I'm going to be using my Shiseido Natural Finish Cream Concealer and using the exact same technique that I used with the under eye concealer to apply to the rest of my skin. Now the finish on Taylor's skin is pretty matte in this video, no surprise, I mean she's in Africa. So I'm going to be using this Innisfree No Sebum Blur Packed, which is also going to help me blur out my pores and imperfections on my skin, and it's really good at keeping that oil at bay, so if you guys are interested, definitely check this one out. I'm going to boost the radiance on my skin just a little bit with this BB Bronze Booster from Physicians Formula, and I'm using my Sigma Small Contour Brush for this. I just want to brush it on really lightly because I don't want a very tan look with this. Just want to look a bit more, I don't know, healthy and glowy. And then I'm topping that off with my Dior blush. This is the Kingdom of Colors blush. And it looks like this. Now I know for a fact that I am not going to be standing on the sand dunes in Africa with my dress flowing around behind me in the wind. So I think I'm going to add a little bit of highlight to this look. I'm going in with my Innisfree. Everything is in Korean. It's a highlighter, guys. Just taking it on a no-name brush and applying that to the tops of my cheekbones. Now this is a really beautiful, very pearlescent colored highlighter. It looks absolutely amazing on the skin, but it is a lot more subtle than, say, the Balm Berry Luminizer or the Becca ones. Excuse me. The next product I'm going to use for the iconic Taylor Swift lips is this Doo-Wop Plumping Lip Sticks. It's got a really nice kind of orangey tone to it, and Taylor really loves her orangey toned lipsticks. I'm going to use this as a lip liner underneath my lipstick, and in true Taylor Swift fashion, I'm going to accentuate that upper Cupid's bow. I'm also going to overline the lips a tiny bit. Okay, and once that's done, this is the fun part. I'm going to go in with this brand new lipstick from Urban Decay. This is a matte lipstick. It is the... It is called Tilt, and it is just an amazing kind of bright orange color. And that, guys, wraps up today's makeup tutorial inspired by Taylor Swift in her latest video, Wildest Dreams. Yes, that's it. I hope that you guys found this video helpful and fun and that you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in my next video. As usual, if you have any questions or comments about the look at all, just leave them in the comments box below and I will get to them as soon as I can. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!